I'm going to talk about contradictions. Contradictions mean paradoxes, conflicts, even warfare and war. So when you look at this life as it is, on the left and on the right, in theology and in philosophy, in religion and in science, if you look at life generally, you will find that there is contradiction, there is paradox, dilemma. Now, ordinarily, the rush for PhD is very popular now. But when you become a PhD holder, you specialize and you go away from the center. You move towards the right or the left, and you are trapped there. You are in exile there. You are in prison there. So people don't talk about liberation and freedom and simplicity anymore. But if you become a PhD holder, you get more complex. If you become a PhD holder on the left and right, you get more complex and become more deceptive, even self-deceptive. You deceive yourself and all that. So complication of everything is what is happening with Western education. And that's why if you have related with people that are complete illiterates, that today, if you relate with people, the complete illiterates are better off, they are better, they are more honest, more simpler. This is what we are talking about complexity and all that, doctrine and equation, mathematics and scripture. That's what we call doctrine and equation. So that's what you find on earth today. So the one moves you towards the unknown and unknowable. In fact, it starts from the strange, the novel, to the unknown and the unknowable. That is imagination. That is the word of imagination, which takes you to the remoteness, rather remoteness and the unknown. That's where it takes you to, and that's philosophy. It is still less than 3%, 3 to 1% of the brain. That's what is there. But the way they talk and speak and use all sorts of expressions to confuse themselves and confuse you, the listener. You think that they are doing anything serious, but they are still jammed at 1% of the brain or 1 to 3% of the brain only, not even up to 9%, not to talk of 10. So when you are on the right, you see that there's the problem there on the left, rather on the left, that is in theology and religion, or even when you extend it to law and jurisprudence, you find that you are trapped with you are trapped in forgetfulness, forgottenness, amnesia. And then in some cases, it's worse. They call it dementia. In psychiatry, that's what they call it, dementia. The other day I was reading a book on psychiatry, just having a laugh. Now, if you look at that, that's the confusion in the world. Now, right, you have unknown, unknowable. On the left, you have amnesia and dementia. Now, if you enter the solution to amnesia, to all these things, is when you go to the narrow way, enter the center, and go to what I call the heart way. When you enter there, you see that this amnesia is the reason why you can't enter the kingdom of heaven. And this unknowable or unknown is the reason why you can't enter this special place which exists in between. So when you move that way, you get a PhD there, go to a room, you get a PhD there, professor. You are actually trapped. And when you speak, you are just like someone, who doesn't know where he is. Because people pretend to be looking for the kingdom of heaven, but they are not even, they can't get it, they don't know the way to it. How can you be looking for something that is not even, that you don't even know? You are looking for it in another direction. So that's the issue about this world. Now, the narrow way, the narrow way is the way, and the middle way, that's how you do it. And this way must be pursued seriously, and everybody must get into it. And that's what you must concentrate on. And the internet is ready for it, but they are not there. They ask you a question and blah, blah, blah. Just know that the AI is not there, but they are ready to capture it. And that is the truth. So this issue, this area, this special place on earth, the narrow way, the middle way, the hard way must be addressed. And when it comes out, then there's liberation, there's freedom, and there is everything you need on earth. I thank you very much for listening.